again. It's me, Miss Twisted and Turn, and I'm here to talk about how it's more than just hair. You know, several years ago, there was a statistic released that showed that although billions were being spent on beauty products, hair care, and such like by African Americans, only 2% was being earned by Black-owned business. With the rise of the natural hair movement, we see that it is so much more than just our hair. We are making money as business owners in apparel, accessories, body care products, hair care products. We're doing a lot, but we're not doing, in my opinion, maybe as much as we could be. We've got speakers out there that we're paying. We have event planners. We have space rentals from natural hair enthusiasts and owners that are branching out. My issue is that once we've earned that money, where does it go from there? Are we using our hair as a platform to further enrich not just ourselves, but other Black women, African American women? Are we really reaching out and being our brothers and our sisters' keepers? I know that not everybody is conscious about that or really has a passion for it. I personally am very passionate about reaching out to people and saying that, yes, we are able, we are creative, we can do this as a people, not just I can. If you are a business owner and you're profiting from the natural care movement, are you taking your profits and then saying, hey, I'm conscious about where I'm spending my money? When you take your profits in your business, are the people that you're purchasing your base product from, say you're making shea butter, are you purchasing that from a Black-owned business? Are you helping a manufacturer when you create your t-shirts? When you go to spend some of your profits, when you're treating yourself for all your hard work, where is your money going? And this is not a direct criticism of anyone, because we all make our choices. I just like to inspire a conversation here within the natural community saying, okay, we're doing this, and there are thousands of us doing this, you know, various mom and pop situations or those that are larger. But what's next? What do we see as the goal of those that are doing better? What are they showing us? What are we seeing for ourselves? Are they making money and actively searching out Black clothing designers when they're stepping out at these events? Are they actively searching for say a Black-owned shoe company that specializes in shoes? You know, are we looking at that? Are we as individuals going, hey, I have made this money from my people, and I'm going to use it to enhance my people? Are we volunteering our time, our effort, and yes, our money into legislation and into being active on a political front? Where, you know, we have Isis Brantley, who is in the state of Texas, being told that she can no longer teach hair braiding without this extra certification, and that in her shop she needs to add things that have absolutely nothing to do with hair braiding, and she would be free of all these restrictions and extra enforcements if she taught at someone else's school. That's not fair. It's not equitable. Nothing in the curricula covers hair braiding, which is what she teaches. So we need to be putting our money, our time, and our effort into these endeavors. We need to go and say more. $9 billion talks. $9 billion in 2009. I'm sure the number's higher now. The statistics are not as easily available, but I will make sure to continue to research that. We're talking about an enormous amount of money that we're spending as a people. As a people, can we come together and collectively say, yes, let's continue to spend money that we have that's disposable? And that's another conversation for another time if you don't know the difference between disposable income and non-disposable income. And can we then take that and reinvest in not just how good we'll look in an Instagram photo or anything else that we might take, but can we take that and say, because of our efforts financially, we are able to provide after school care for our children and those parents that have to work excessive numbers of hours? Can we say that with our money we're providing education for parenting? Can we say that we are taking our money as a people and feeding each other not just physical food but knowledge and spiritual help? Can we say that we're doing that? And as a people right now, I'm going to say no, we're not. When we arrive, we are currently still forgetting about others. We are still of a mindset of the haves and the have-nots. And I realize that everyone doesn't want this vision. But if you want a vision like this, if you want to be an active part, what are you doing to be that active part? What are you doing to actually be the change you want to see? Use a platform that you have and all that we have available to us. What are you doing personally to be a part of this? So I know that, these are questions that people aren't comfortable asking, may feel like I'm not qualified to ask. But if I will ask this question of myself, I will surely ask it of anyone else. I don't ask of others what I'm not willing to give, and I don't spark conversations I don't want answers to. I want to hear from people. I want to know what other people think we can do concretely, and to use this platform while we're embracing all of this hair and curl pattern and shrinkage and the lack thereof and everything that we embrace. When we're reading labels saying, oh my gosh, so-and-so's product is amazing because she uses X, Y, or Z oil, or this particular blend, or whatever it is, when we're promoting each other, when the cash has rolled in, what then shall we do? What is the best way to do this? What is the best way to approach our people? What is it to be more than a face on the screen, but an actual helper? What is it for us to be more than a brand ambassador for the perks? What if we hold those brands that we're ambassadors for to a higher standard? How about we say, stop putting chemicals in that have adverse effects? Let's say, let's take this buying power and say, we don't want things that we know will harm us. We want a different approach to how you market to us. We want a different approach to how you ask for our money. When we do these things, I think we'll be far more empowered when we stop waiting for the magic bunny rabbit in the sky to rain down money because we follow X, Y, and Z, but we do the work and then we reap the benefit of the work. I think we owe it to those that support us, support our dreams, support our ideas. I believe that we owe it to them to steer them or guide them or suggest to them that they in turn be empowered to follow their dreams, to have a voice, to make a difference, to be a part of the greater conversation. I personally believe that when you have a platform and you are reaching people, to be mindful of your message, be mindful of what we're doing, be mindful that there are those that are going through the experience. And it can be very easy to tell people, just go look it up, it's on the internet, that it's easy to brush off other people's struggles because that may not be where you're struggling at, or it may not be your reality. But remember that everyone has a common reality. We're all human beings. We're all moving forward. We're all trying, hopefully, and striving to be all that we can. And not everyone comes from a background of supportiveness and encouragement and any of those other positive attributes that we could look for. It's just not there for everyone, and that's unfortunate. And the reality of it is, for those of us of a certain age, who can remember when corporate America said you couldn't wear braids, where there was a multinational company, very large, still a very large company, that actually limited the number of braids you could have in your hair, where there were churches with a comb hanging at the door where you couldn't enter without being able to pass the comb test. When all of these things are a part of our reality, learning to embrace our hair at a later stage in life is a difficult transition. And that's a conversation for another vlog. I really wanted to stick with, and I should have stuck with, it's more than just hair. Our hair is seen as political. It can say it's national pride. I'm black and I'm proud. Our hair can speak, and even when we're not trying to speak, our hair is interpreted by others as speaking. And there is definitely dialogue still to be had. I know personally myself, I was relaxed most of my life, and from that I mean from the time I was 5 and 30-something years after that. I had no idea what my texture was like. I had no idea what I would be dealing with. I had no idea how to deal with my texture, how to style it, what works best for me. Though that was all a learning curve for me. And in learning those things and perfecting my techniques for myself and being willing to make the sacrifice for the goals that I set for myself, I know personally I have been able to teach people and reach people. And by teach people, I don't mean that I have all the answers. I mean that if someone asks me how I came about figuring out what works best in my hair, it started with looking at the labels for something else, because I needed to be much more conscious of what was going into my body. I was able to then make a translation to and a commitment to myself. If I can't eat it, it's probably not going on my hair. And by that I mean it needs to be as natural as possible. I've kind of rambled around in this vlog, and probably going to edit out some of this to make it a little less rambly and more focused. But I still hold with the premise that as we profit from a movement and that is based on characteristics of our people, we owe it to our people to reinvest in our people and our future greatness. I believe it firmly, and I'm hoping and that others do, in that we become more vocal and focused and helpful one to another in making it more than just a dream or just a hope, that we really can come together in cohesiveness and make this work and bring about the greatness that most definitely lies within us. That as we appreciate our own unique beauty, that as we appreciate our own unique backgrounds and our place in the sun, we can say to one another, I'm here for you, you're here for me, let's go on to greatness. And so with that, I'm going to let you all go. Please feel free to respond to this however you choose. I know that everyone's got opinions, and I'd love to hear them. If you have something that you'd like me to consider about this, what I've said here, if you've got an opposing point of view, post it. Post your stats. Post your charts. Post whatever information you have, because I'm always open to learning.